Hello, gorgeous souls. I am here with Katrina today, but I'm going to make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to. Also, yes, you get like, I feel like a Christmas tree with like the fluff coming out, or oh no, we're having some technical difficulties. We're just gonna remove it. But la 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 la. You guys are getting me in my PJs too, because I had a session today and I forgot that we had an interview. And so I just autopilot got in my pajamas. And then I was like, hang on a second. I have something today. Okay, let's see. We are going to share this in the Booty Gang group. Booty Gang. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. So I am super excited to have Katrina. She is such a firecracker. I absolutely adored having her in the studio. And it was just, she's so eccentric and like she has lived a life. And it was just such an honor to have her energy in the studio. So without further ado, we're going to say hi to Katrina. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Perfect. Okay, so we have to get right down to it. How did you even find me?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure somebody added me to that Facebook group, but I'm like, now I can't remember who it was.
Oh my gosh, that happens so often. It's just like I just appeared in this group and I love it. So I'm staying.
Yeah, yeah, and then I just started inviting all my friends to it.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you went crazy because won the um you won the monthly
hmm
test, right?
Yep, because it's like I saw that you were doing like the contest, and then like I'm so competitive, I was like, oh, I'm gonna win
I'm
this.
gonna
I'm
win
like,
that.
I have like 3,000 friends, so we're gonna add away.
Every single one.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you found me just by happenstance. And so let's kind of just dive into your story. Like, why did you want to do a boudoir session with me?
Well, first of all, it's kind of always something that I've like wanted to do. I've been in the beauty industry, the dance industry, and all the things, and so I had like always like I don't know, it's always been something I've wanted to do, but never quite like felt confident in myself to like do
Mhm.
it. But then like sometimes like you hear from like older women, they're like, man, I wish I would have done that when I was younger and like have regrets. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I need to just do it and just get over that fear. Because I'm normally the one that's behind the camera or getting people ready for the camera. And it's like
Right.
you never like take the time to like do that for yourself. So I was
Mhm.
nervous and excited to do it. And finally, I was like, I'll just like do it, just do it. And then
Yes,
I was like, what better way for my birthday than to like do it for myself, you know?
absolutely. And you're a mom too, right?
Yes.
So that's just like another layer to the cake of not prioritizing yourself and just like,
Mhm.
oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it someday. And then someday just
Yep,
never happens. So I love that
exactly.
like we embraced our Moya Rose. Have you seen Schitt's Creek?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And she's like, 1,000 naked pictures. Okay, so what was like the most interesting thing or like the most appealing thing about like thinking about booking your own boudoir session? Like what really stuck out about Envy to you?
Well, like your pictures are amazing. Like every single woman is so beautiful and no matter, skin tone, shape, size, age, whatever, like they all look so beautiful, so amazing, and like just everyone speaks so highly of you too. Like they're just so confident in themselves. They just feel great, like they look great, like it just was super appealing. And then everybody's just like so supportive in the group and It just felt so positive, and
Yeah.
everybody was just hyping each other up, and I was like, this is like amazing. I need to get a part of this.
Yes. Okay, so we booked the session. Your session day is here. How were you feeling like the morning of coming into the studio?
Well, I did have to wake up early, so I was very tired, but I was just like, I was a little bit nervous because, like, obviously, like, I've never done anything like this before. And most pictures like that, it was like I took them myself, right? Like,
Right.
not like somebody else taking them for you. So, just like my nerves a little bit. But then, like, once I showed up, like, you and like the makeup artists were just like so sweet, and just like I just felt right at ease and like comfortable. Like I had known you guys like for forever.
Oh, we love hearing that. So I know like one of the most asked part about booking a session is like, oh my God, what do I wear? How did you feel about like bringing your own pieces, but then also seeing the client closet?
Well, with my past, I have a lot of outfits, so that was like not a problem. It was just kind of like I didn't want to go through everything, so I just grabbed a few things. But I did have a special piece at Burdette that I was like, this is like,
Mhm.
made for something like
It
this.
was
But
so
then,
good.
yeah, and then seeing your client closet, it was like a little overwhelming. I'm like, there's so many. Like, how do we narrow it down? But then like trying them on and stuff, and then it was just like obviously certain ones like stood out more than others because it's like there's so many, but it's like everything looks great on the hanger.
Mhm.
Everybody's bodies are different. There was a few that were like that looks so cute, and then trying it on, it's like that's not for my body. Like that's a no. Go
Right.
on to the next one. But yeah, there's just like so much diversity and so much in your closet that it's like, yeah, there's definitely something for everyone. That's not an issue with that.
Right. Yeah, it can definitely be intimidating because like I pull so much. And like I think for yours, like I was like, we're gonna pull a lot because I looked at the selfie that you sent and like I creeped your Facebook and I was like, her body type would look great in this, but also we're gonna try this just in case. Cause even like
Yeah.
me, I'm just like, we don't know until you actually like try it on because like you
Yeah.
have everyone has different tastes. Everyone has, like you said, different body types. And it's just like maybe the shape of one was really good, but like you don't like texture, like crushed velvet. You're just like,
Mhm.
ooh, I don't like that. So I love that you were still like a good sport and you tried everything on for us anyways. And I always tease, like, if you've been in the studio, then you know that I just say, like, oh, we're gonna enter our early 2000s changing room montage, and we're gonna do all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're sitting in hair and makeup. Have you ever had professional hair and makeup done before? Because you're kind of the professional yourself.
Yeah, so I've only had it one other time, and that was for my bridal shower. I was getting my bridal trial done
Mhm.
for the when I was supposed to get married. So that
That's
was my
good.
trial. Yeah, so I got my makeup done then and my hair done. That's the only other time that I've had it
So
done
when was
before.
that?
That was 3 years ago.
Mhm.
So it's been a minute.
And we went bold with your
I
look.
know. I know.
Like,
I loved it.
what was your favorite part about it? Tell everyone what like the details.
I loved like the cut crease because I've never like had a cut crease myself. I don't know why, but like, normally it's just kind of like everyday makeup, whatever. And I don't know, like I just love big, bold, like glamour things. Like I'm very extra, so I'm like, give me all the glam, you know?
Right.
And then yeah, obviously she did a really good job on my hair too. And yeah, it was just so nice to kind of be like the client and be
Mhm.
in that position. Little pampering and someone
Yeah.
else doing it, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, like I get so jealous every time I see a client in hair and makeup because like I am like that really soft touch like type of person. I just like chills go down my spine. I'm like, "Mm." I want that for me. And I want to be like
Yes,
Kardashian, just getting my hair and makeup done every day. Like, yes, please.
I
Add to
know.
cart.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with hair and makeup, and then we're about to start shooting. Did you find that the nerves kind of shot back up, or how were you feeling as we were like heading into like the shooting portion of the day?
Maybe like a little bit. I guess maybe probably just a little bit. For the most part, like I was like comfortable and like feeling good. And like once I saw myself like in the mirror, like I was like,
Mhm.
oh, these are gonna be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. No, and let's say this, what was the most surprising thing about the session?
Probably like kind of how much work it is. Like the posing and stuff, like it's like, oh, you look like you're like, oh, like effortless, but no, there's like some effort into it.
There's a lot of effort.
Yeah. It's
And
not like, oh, I'm like, yeah, just laying here. Like, no, you're like, putting that booty into it and like putting that back into it, or like, I'm trying to make your body curve in a way. And you're like, oh, yeah, it's not just like, oh, I'm laying here.
and it's like you're engaging a lot of muscles that you don't
Hmm.
usually engage, but then also making it look like you're relaxed and like
Yeah.
very casual. And it's just like you
Yeah.
are literally surviving. You're fighting
Yeah.
for life. Did you happen to stretch before your session?
No, I didn't. I'll be honest. I did not.
How'd you feel the day after?
I was sore for sure.
Oh
I
no.
did some yoga afterwards
Oh,
for
good.
sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were shooting a little bit longer than usual just because like you were on fire. Like you are just so photogenic and I was like, we're going to just keep going. I think it was like 75 minutes. So when you got dressed and I was getting everything ready and we sit down and we look at your pictures together, what were your first thoughts?
Well, I was like obviously they're not without the editing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, these are so good." Like I was like there's some of them I was just like, "Is that even me?" Like
Mhm.
it was shocked because it was just like, I don't know, it just felt so I felt so like good and confident, and like I felt like such a like badass afterwards. I was like, "Oh yeah, like
Yes.
I'm a model now."
I love that. And how did like were you surprised that you would think that about your own photos, especially like unedited ones?
Yeah, there's a few times that I was like surprised that I felt so good looking at myself, because normally like I see stuff and I'm like kind of picking it apart, and you're
Mhm.
like looking for the things wrong with it, but it's like with your pictures it's like there's so many things wrong, like that look good, that you're not like, oh, like picking it apart. Like I was just like, wow, like lighting and just everything. It was just like all like perfect. I'm like, like you know what you're doing. Like your work shows, like you pay attention to details, so it's like really like there's nothing to pick apart because you do pay attention to the little details, and your work shows.
Oh, thank you. So let's say this. What was your favorite part of the day?
Hmm. Um, I think like when I saw myself, like after I got my hair and makeup done, and probably like the first parts, like laying on the bed,
Yeah.
that was my favorite.
You were like, okay, she's ready. Like, we're
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
So now that we are about a week and a half, 2 weeks out from your session, right?
Yeah, it was November 4th. It was the day before my birthday.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah,
about
it's a couple weeks.
a couple weeks, week and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
What have you noticed like any shift in like how you're viewing yourself now post session?
Yeah, like I just feel like I don't know, like I guess better about myself. Like I'm just less like pick myself apart kind of like um and like when people like look at me, I'm like, "Oh, like I know what they're looking at."
Yeah.
Not like, "Why are they looking at me?"
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. And what would you say to anyone who is like on the fence about coming into the studio?
It's like absolutely do it. Like, don't hold yourself back because we are our own worst critics. And it's like sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith. And when you take that leap of faith, like it always works out in the end, especially with someone like you. Like, you know what you're doing. You're obviously professional. Like, your work shows it. Like, every woman that you've ever photographed, like, they all look amazing. I looked amazing. And it's
Mhm.
like don't be afraid to take the risk because it's like it's just gonna come back tenfold and you're gonna feel amazing and look amazing.
Yes. And I know with the collection that you got, you're getting an album, you're getting wall art, and you're getting digital images. So which product are you most excited about?
I think I'm excited about the wall art.
Yes. Oh my God. I love wall art and just seeing shit blown up so big. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be gorgeous. Where are you gonna put it?
that's a good question. I've been thinking about where to put it, you know. I've been kind of thinking like maybe like right there, like on my boyfriend's side,
Yeah.
or maybe one on each side. I don't know yet.
I'm a big fan of the symmetry. So that's what I
Yeah,
would do. Like a his
yeah.
and hers.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Well, thank you so, so much for hopping on with me tonight. It was absolutely an honor to have you in the studio. I adore you. Like, your energy is so contagious, so infectious, and like you really are truly a beautiful person inside and out. And I just feel so grateful that I got to spend that time with you in the studio. And even now, like I just adore you. So thank you so
Oh,
much for joining me tonight.
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, everyone, we are going to say goodbye to Katrina, but this is not going to be the last time that you see her because we are going to be sharing her photos when they are done. And hopefully, because we're all nosy, she'll show us like an unboxing video of when she gets her products too, and she'll share that with us as well. But other than that,
I
everyone
will.
have a great
Excited.
weekend. Bye.